Okay, welcome to the Sports Time New Orleans Sports Podcast for Tuesday, December 10th. In this episode, we're going to go over some news headlines and stuff like that. So let's go ahead and begin. Let's go ahead and begin with score updates from ESPN.com. Okay, ESPN.com score updates. We'll update your scores. Let's go ahead and do that. Let's begin in the NBA. 4 games going on right now. Let's pull this up. Okay. Pull this down so it won't show in the screen. Okay, scoreboard update. It is the Washington Wizards down 40-37. Also, Denver will take on Philadelphia. Miami will take on Atlanta. And the New York Knicks will take on the Portland Trailblazers. That will be later on this evening. Let's go ahead and give you some NHL scores. I'm going to do that in a second. NHL score updates. We'll do that. Switch over to the NHL scoreboard update. Okay, NHL scoreboard update. Games going on. It is Tampa Bay up 1-0. That's at the end of the first period. Also, Pittsburgh.
Gary Bettman is talking about change. What was discussed? What are they thinking about in terms of change at that Board of Governors?
So that's score update. Also, it is St. Louis and the Sabres playing right now, tied up at 1. Other games will be going on later. It's going to be San Jose taking on Nashville. Anaheim will take on Minnesota. Detroit will take on Winnipeg. Also, Dallas will take on New Jersey. Also, Carolina will take on Edmonton Oilers. Also, it is going to be the Calgary Flames taking on Arizona Coyotes. Also, Toronto will take on Vancouver. Also, the Blackhawks will take on Las Vegas. And also, it will be the Kings taking on the Rangers. So that's going to be going on later on. Okay, let's give you some college basketball updates. I'm going to do that in a second. Let me switch this over. And we can get the college basketball updates in our screen. This is recording. This is not live tonight. We're recording. Okay, it is Texas Tech up 31-28. Also, it is Maryland down 40-30. Other games going on later on this evening. 7 o'clock, just in a few minutes. Kansas will take on Milwaukee. That'll be on ESPN Plus. Also on ESPN2 will be Baylor taking on Butler, and Northern Iowa will take on Colorado. That's going to be a top 25 basketball. Let's give you a D1 update as well. Okay, D1 updates. Okay, Citadel is leading at halftime 70-39. That's a blowout in that one. Also, Davidson leading 43-22. UIPI is leading 44-22. Also, Purdue Fort Wayne's leading 37-11 at halftime. Also, it is Stony Brook down 36-34. Also, it is Thompson down 33-30. Also, it is Bradley ahead 52-19 second half. Boston College is also down by 1 to Albany 31-30. Notre Dame is up 49-33 at halftime. Also, it is St. John on top. Oh, shoot. Also, St. John is on top 41-24, so it's 41-24. Also, it is Temple on top 55-30. Also, it is Holy Cross ahead 40-31. That's going on. Also, it is McNeese on top 15-14 against UMKC. Also, Arkansas Little Rock is ahead 27-16. Final scores: Bryant defeated Fordham 69-61. Also, it is St. Francis winning 64-63. Other games going on in Monroe. ULM will take on Grambling. That will be on ESPN Plus. So if you want to watch that game, ESPN Plus. Also, Monmouth will take on Princeton. Green Bay will take on UCF. Also, we'll scroll down. It's BYU taking on Nevada. Also, Colorado State will take on South Dakota State. Denver will take on New Mexico State. St. Catherine's will take on Utah State. UConn will take on Indiana. So that's the games that's going to be going on in D1 college basketball. So let's begin with our headlines. We'll switch over to ESPN. We'll see what's happening in today's news headlines on ESPN.com. Okay, let's begin with our first headline. Okay, Phillies agree to a one-year deal with shortstop Daibo Giaris, D-I-D-I-D-D. I'm trying to say his name. 1 year deal. So this is with the Philadelphia Phillies. He's the former Yankee shortstop. It's a $14 million deal. NBC Sports Philadelphia reported on it. So that's he's 30 years old. He will be 30 in February. He did have a Tommy John surgery. He was hitting .238. He also had 16 home runs in games. So that's the deal. So once again, this is from ESPN. Came out at 4:49 Central Time. Okay, Texas Tech up 31-28. Let's give you the some more baseball news. Okay, baseball news and views. Yankees source offer Garrett Cole an Eclipse record-setting deal. Garrett Cole contract is going to be worth more than $245 million. That Steven Strasburg agreed to on Monday. Buster Olney reported about it in his articles and stuff like that. So I think this is a very essential situation. But like I've been saying, you got to earn that money. You got to earn every dime of that money. Look, they're not going to give you a contract just because your ERAs and stuff like that looks good on paper and stuff like that. But the truth of the matter is, you have to earn your money. So it's a good deal now. I mean, it's a good deal for the New York Yankees. But look, hopefully it will pay off for with a playoff appearance for the New York Yankees. So he was with the Astros. He had an ERA of 2.88. So he had a 20-5 record. So I look at it this way. It's gonna, hopefully it does pay. He has a 94-52 record. He also has an ERA. I don't know why it's overloading. I don't understand this. It's at 5.5. I don't know why it's overloading. It's just my encoder. I don't know why it's overloading and stuff like that. So, so that's the deal right there. That's going to be talked about for decades and stuff like that with Garrett Cole. So that's let's see what else we'll talk about. Let's see. Next thing we'll talk about. Okay. Le'Veon Bell doesn't regret bowling trip. Um, it wasn't a distraction till now. Look, Le'Veon Bell, look, he has to worry about football, not worry about going to a damn bowling alley. That's stupid what he done. That's absolutely stupid. That goes to show you, look, look, he doesn't give a damn about the fans. I mean, the fucking New York Jets have sucked this year. Look, Le'Veon Bell needs to, look, that's something he needs to stop doing. It's thinking about self. He needs to think about the team, not think about self in general. So, once again, this is from Rick Cellini. You can reach him at ESPN. So, that was, he went to a bowling, flu-stricken Le'Veon Bell went bowling last Saturday night. Look, Adam Gass said the running back. But, I mean, a lot of people, social media is going to pick up on this. Absolutely pick up on this. That's something, look, he shouldn't be doing during the season, because you have a season to think about. That's what you got to think about. You just sit there and worried about going bowling and stuff like that. That's the dumbest thing I've ever heard. So once again, this is from ESPN.com. We'll switch it over, and we'll see what else we'll need to talk about here. Okay, Lamar Jackson, we'll talk about him. Lamar Jackson's quad injury, says he will play on Thursday night, so that's good news right there. He just only suffered a quad injury, so hopefully he's not 100%. I mean, he's 100%. I mean, he is 100%, but it's not going to be a factor for the Baltimore Ravens, because look, he's saying in his quote right here that he feels good, he feels great, and he's also 100%. So look, I'm pretty sure he will be in that game Thursday night against the New York Jets. So once again, this is from Jamison Hensley. You can reach him at ESPN.com. That's ESPN.com. See what else we talk about tonight. I will discuss this. Pull this up. Okay, Eagles lost Alshon Jeffries for the season due to foot injury. So that's a setback for the Philadelphia Eagles in a nutshell. Alshon Jeffries finished up with 43 catches for 430 yards, and he had 4 touchdowns in games. So I look at it this way. I mean, look, sure, you're going to have McCown, that one that was talking about this morning, Josh McCown. He's going to most likely be a replacement for one of those players. So once again, that's an unfortunate situation with the injuries that happened with the Philadelphia Eagles. So we'll switch this out, and we'll see what else we'll talk about tonight. We'll talk about this. Okay, we did talk about this morning. I know some of the fans got pissed off, and that's just that's their prerogative. If they want to get pissed off, they was talking about Bill Belichick denies involvement in the video graphic caught taping on the sideline. Look, I'm gonna be honest with you. What I said this morning in my video on Sportscaster Live, look, there's 2 sides to the story. There's 2 sides. Look, does the New England Patriots cheat? You bet your ass they do. They absolutely cheat. I mean, that's one thing about it. Look, that Deflategate situation. That's one thing. That's the Deflategate. With the Deflategate. So I'll be honest with you. Look, I know it's gonna piss off a lot of New England fans and stuff like that, but the truth of the matter is, for me to criticize them, but the truth of the matter is, look, you get caught doing something like that, look, you deserve to get suspended. Or, look what happened to Sean Payton a couple of years ago with that bounty hunter situation. He got suspended for 1 year. Bill Belichick should have been suspended for almost maybe 2 years or maybe a year, and don't come back until the season's over. That's what he should have been suspended for. So once again, this is from Ben Baby. You can reach him at ESPN. That's ESPN.com. We got about 13 minutes in this podcast. So we'll see what else we'll talk about tonight. We talked about the NFL free agency in our show today. So let's go ahead and... Okay, this is predictions for all 41 bowl games that's going on. We'll give you the Adam Rittenberg is the writer of this. You can follow him at ESPN. Okay, the college football bowl games are set. We'll go through them. We have about 13 minutes left. Okay, the Wisher Maker won it Bahama Bowl. That's going to be Buffalo and Charlotte. Buffalo wins that game 31-24. The Tropical Smoothie Cafe Frisco Bowl. That's Utah State taking on Kent State. Kent State will lose that game 36-28. And the Celebration Bowl, which is Alcorn State taking on North Carolina A&T. They will pick North Carolina A&T. The New Mexico Bowl, which is one of the bowls that's going to be premiered for the college football season. San Diego State wins that game 21-16. Also the Cure Bowl, which is last year Tulane went to that bowl game. Georgia versus Liberty University. They have Georgia Southern winning that game. Also in the Boca Raton Bowl. Let's see. SMU versus Florida Atlantic. They picked Florida Atlantic to win. The Camella Bowl, which is one of the bowl games for the Conference USA and the American Sunbelt Conference. That's going to be at 5:30. Arkansas State will win that game. Washington will take on Boise State. That's going to be in the Las Vegas Bowl. They have Washington winning that game. New Orleans Bowl here in the city, which will be Appalachia State and UAB. They have Appalachia State winning. The Propeller Bowl, which is UCF taking on Marshall. They have Marshall winning that game. Also, the Hawaii Bowl, which is Hawaii taking on BYU. BYU wins that game. In the Independence Bowl, that's in Shreveport. Louisiana Tech will take on Miami. They have Louisiana Tech winning easily, 35-24. Quick Lane Bowl, Pittsburgh versus Eastern Michigan. Pittsburgh wins by 7. December 27th, which will be the Military Bowl. North Carolina taking on Temple. They have North Carolina winning that bowl game. Also, the Pinstripe Bowl, which is going to be in Yankee Stadium. It's going to be Wake Forest taking on Michigan State. They have Wake Forest winning that game. The Academy Sport Outdoor Texas Bowl, they have Texas A&M, Oklahoma State. Oklahoma State will win that game. USC taking on Iowa. That's going to be in the San Diego County Holiday Bowl. They have Iowa winning that game convincingly. In the Cheez-It Bowl, which will be on the same day, Air Force taking on Washington State. They have Washington State losing that game. And on December 28th, the Campbell World Bowl, will be in Atlanta, Florida. Notre Dame will take on Iowa State. Notre Dame wins that game convincingly. Memphis in the Cotton Bowl will take on Penn State. Penn State will win that game. Memphis, I don't think they have a chance. In the college football semifinal, LSU versus Oklahoma. They have LSU winning. That's going to be convincingly. And then Clemson winning the Fiesta Bowl. So it's going to most likely be LSU and Clemson in the national championship game if it does hold up. On December 30th, they have the First Responders Bowl, which is Western Kentucky taking on Western Michigan. They have Western Michigan winning. The Franklin America Music City Bowl, which will be in Nashville, Mississippi State, and Louisville. They'll have Mississippi State winning that game. The Red Box Bowl, which is in San Francisco's Levi Stadium. They have Cal winning that game. Also in the Orange Bowl, Florida and Virginia. I think Florida, I kind of agree with that, but they'll give them a good game, but Florida will win in the end. Kentucky will take on Virginia Tech in the Belk Bowl. That'll be in Charlotte, North Carolina. Kentucky wins that bowl game. The Tony the Tiger Sun Bowl, Arizona State and Florida State. They have Arizona State winning that game by 10 points. The Liberty Bowl, which will be in Memphis, Tennessee. Navy will take on Kansas State. They will have Navy win that game. Also, in the Arizona Bowl, Wyoming taking on Georgia State. Wyoming wins that game. Texas will take on Utah in the Alamo Bowl. Utah will win that game convincingly. January 1, Alabama is going to be in the Citrus Bowl. That'll be at 1 p.m., 12 p.m. Central. Alabama will win that game against Michigan. Pretty good matchup. Minnesota will take on Auburn. That will be in the Outback Bowl. Auburn wins 31-20. Also in the Rose Bowl, Oregon State will take on Wisconsin. Wisconsin looks like they're going to win that game. Sugar Bowl, that will be in the Superdome here in the city. Georgia taking on Baylor. Georgia looks like they're going to win that game. They predicted that game to be a winner. Also, Cincinnati taking on Boston College in the Birmingham Bowl. Cincinnati looks like they'll win that game. Tennessee will take on Indiana. That will be in the Gator Bowl. Tennessee will try to win that game. January 3rd, it's going to be the Potato Bowl, which is Nevada taking on Ohio. Ohio wins that game. Also in the Lockheed Martin Armed Forces Bowl, they have Tulane winning 29-27. That's convincingly. So I think that's going to be it's going to be a pretty good game, to say the least. It's going to be a good game between Tulane and Southern Miss because these two teams played back in 2010. Next bowl game we're going to feature January 6th is the Lending Tree Bowl, which is Louisiana taking on Ohio. They have ULL winning that game 38-20. And on January 13th, the national championship game, they have LSU defeating Clemson. But here's the thing about these predictions. Look, that's not set in stone, folks. That's not set in stone. I mean, I know you'll look at them. I know you'll be happy and stuff like that. But the truth of the matter is, it's not set in stone. Look, you got to realize, look, these teams that they are playing in these bowl games, they're going to be tough, and they're going to give their all. They're not going to just give up, give a win to these teams that's predicted in here. That's not going to happen. So, once again, that is your bowl, 41 bowl recap. We'll go ahead and see what else we're going to talk about here. We got about 4.5 minutes left on the podcast. Okay, score updates. It is Texas Tech up 37-32, 37-32. Texas Tech on top. That's in the Jimmy B Classic. So we got your bowl game covered. Let's see. NBA power rankings. We'll go over some of the power rankings. I know it's we'll see. We'll see what's happening on Twitter. Okay, we'll see what's happening on Twitter. We'll go to the Twitter box. Okay. This is the 2018 Baltimore Ravens draft. 1 through 25. They would have had Hurst or Hayden. Hayden or Hurst. They got 1 through 32. They have Lamar Jackson. 3 through 83. They have Orlando Brown, Mark Andrews, Kenny Young, traded for Marcus Peters, Deshaun Elliott, and Brady Bozeman. That's one of the that's the Baltimore. This is from MO 11 and 2. Heisman. That's what they're talking about. So once again, you can follow X on Twitter. Okay, let's give you this. This is Forbes' highest paid athletes. We'll give you those breakdowns. Okay, we'll show you those breakdowns on the screen. Okay, Mike Tyson was the highest paid boxer. Buster Douglas, followed by Sugar Ray Leonard, Alton Siena, Alan Protes, Jack Nicklaus. That was back in the from 1990 to 2019. Also, Michael Jordan's in that list. So that's the Forbes tops highest paid athletes. This is from Kendrick Baker. You can reach him at D Kendrick Baker. That's D Kendrick Baker. We have about a minute left, so I'm going to go into some more information. Okay, this is what we're showing you. Okay, most likely playoff teams via simulation will be Ravens, Patriots, Chiefs, Texans, Bills, and Titans. Also, on the NFC side, 49ers, Saints, Packers, Dallas Cowboys most likely will get in. Seattle Seahawks, and also the Minnesota Vikings. Oh, come on. I hate this. So sorry about that, folks. Once again, thanks for joining us tonight for the Sports Time New Orleans Sports Podcast. We'll have this uploaded to Facebook and YouTube. So thanks for joining us tonight. If you see this video, you can like, share, and subscribe. Sports Talk with Kara Wiemeyer Show. So we will go ahead and switch this out. So everybody have a good rest of your Tuesday evening, and we'll be back tomorrow with Sports Talk with Kara, with the Pelicans versus Milwaukee Bucks. So it'll be 8:30 tomorrow night. We'll have the game for you here on Sportscaster Live. So thanks for joining us, everybody, on this